we're going to go back to the Lamrim, okay? We're going to start, because we've been going kind of slow, which is what Geshe does. And there are 6 triggers for klesha. There are 6 triggers for negative thoughts. And we did one of them the other day, and that's where you think about, you get in the presence of someone who's causing you trouble. Okay, so in Tibetan that's called mikpa, presence of the object. So the thing that you have an addiction for, someone comes in the room eating a donut, and Geshe-la's desire klesha starts to get strong. Or someone comes in the room, especially if you didn't expect them, and you had trouble with them in the past, and the presence of the object, whether it's a donut or someone you had a fight with before, it starts to put you off balance, right? And those of you who studied DCI level 10, this is the preliminary to getting upset. And getting upset is the preliminary to anger, and anger is the preliminary for resentment, holding it for weeks or months or years. There's a big joke. A nun, I went to a talk by a Buddhist nun, and she said something cool. She said, the ex-boyfriend who called you stupid, he forgot about it the next day, but you still remember 20 years later. You still hold it. You still remember these fights you had with people. So the first there's 6 triggers for klesha. There are 6 triggers, and we're going through them manmanda, very slow. First trigger, the person, the object, the person or the donut comes in the room. Okay, and then the breath starts to speed up. The heart starts to speed up, and the morning Diamond Mountain peaceful mind water starts to get choppy. Okay, and so those are preliminary to getting. So it goes like that: off balance. First, you get off balance, then you get upset. Upset, you still didn't say anything yet. Angry, you say something. And then resentment, you hold it for weeks or months, okay, after that. There's 4 steps to klesha, okay, most kleshas. So what we learned the other day is one approach for beginners, lower school, because it doesn't work it just works sometimes. Try to avoid the person, or try to avoid donuts. Ask your friends not to bring donuts in the room. Okay, and it's not a very good method, but it's better than nothing, right? And find out the address of your ex-husband, ex-wife, and never go to that city. Make sure you follow their travel plans, and never meet them. Okay, and it's not easy. Right? And it doesn't work very well. Karma will bring them to you somehow. Or your friend will start talking about them, and your heart speeds up, and your breath speeds up. Okay? So that's called object factor, one of the 6 triggers for klesha. Okay, second trigger we had today is bad friends. We call dick joke. Say dick joke. Say chudok. Dick joke. Chudok. Joke means friend, okay? Dick means bad karma friend. And then chudok means a good karma friend. And generally, chudok, if you hang out with them, I was thinking about Rob Russinger. I don't think he's here, so I can talk about him. He's so nice, and he's so steady, and he's so humble, and he's so sweet, and he works so hard for all of us. He does all the accounting for a couple of projects, and perfectly. And so when you're around him, your water stays calm, right? Called chudok, dharma friend. And then dikdok means, I don't know, you're around someone who's nervous or gets irritated easily or says bad things to people. And then it infects you. It affects your behavior. It speeds up your heart, normally. Speeds up your breath, okay? So there's a tradition. Lower school, okay? Lower school. Try to not hang out with those bad friends very often. Try to hang out more with the raw messengers, okay? And I don't know why. A couple of people said bad friend's not really a friend, you know? Like, I had trouble thinking about a friend who's bad, because when a friend is bad, you don't want to be a friend. But to be honest, we all have bad friends, it seems like. I don't know why we stay around them, but we do. And so in the Dharma, in the Lamrim, be careful with your choice of friends. And try to spend more hours with the nice friends. And then their habits, their behavior will rub off on you. It will infect you. And try to reduce the time you spend with people who are angry people or jealous people, okay? Because no matter how hard you try, they will affect you. They will affect you. You will start to act like them. Okay, that's the second one, okay? First one, object, you know. Lower school, avoid that trigger, you know. Geshe should never go to Dunkin' Donuts at all, or Tim Horton, or, okay. I should just avoid it forever. And I try, you know, not real hard, but okay. They have this bad thing in the airport. It's called Cinnabon. And I think they have a fan. And they send the smell of the Cinnabon throughout the airport. And it's really hard to not smell it. I guess that's their plan. So the second thing is, who do you associate with? Okay? Who do you associate with? What was the third one? Is called Dunzi. Say Dunzi. Dunzi. It's a good word for word to learn. Do you know it? Dunzi means too busy, overstimulated. Okay, too much to do, too much coffee, too many plans, too many thoughts. It's a very famous word. It's called Dunzi. And Aun da shepkyundu, aun za gikudzi, ndunzi. Okay? And it just means a breeding ground for kleshas is a busy mind. Okay? And the internet is like 99% Dunzi. Okay? And it's unfortunate. I mean, it's a good karma in our life. Like, it's revolutionizing Dharma teaching, right? You can, or yoga, you can get 100 classes on YouTube, 1,000 classes on YouTube for free. And that's wonderful. That's a great thing. But it also keeps your mind really busy and scattered. Maybe Dunzi is scattered mind in English. It means you're just thinking about too many things. And that's a good place. Kleshas like to grow there. It's like fertilizer for kleshas, okay? If you get too busy, your heartbeat speeds up, your breath speeds up, you feel like you're running a race, right? You're like, you know, and that's a good place for kleshas to grow, okay? So we've covered 3 triggers, okay? The object comes in the room. You have friends who influence you. And then your mind is too scattered, and then it's more likely that you will get angry or you will have jealousy or desire, okay? So part of the idea of Diamond Mountain is to temporarily, right, help you with those 3 triggers. You know, you're in a cabin, your ex-wife probably won't come, then you're trying to be around good people here, you know. People are not going to come out here if they're not nice people, usually. And then third one is, you're cut down, you're not so busy, right? While you're here. And unless there's a teacher training or something. Okay. All right. So we've discussed 3 triggers. Now I'd like to go to the Lam Rim and start reading more Lam Rim. Watch the 3 triggers, okay? This is lower school. It doesn't always work, okay? We didn't get to higher school. It's the higher school is first trigger, okay? We didn't get to it yet, okay? All right, here we go. So you can look up HO space RIS. HO space RIS maybe. Oh, now I got a better one for you. THU space SH. THU space SH. Yeah, good. Okay. And by the way, we'll take a pee break in about, you want to say 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes. So just hold it or go if you want, okay? If you need to go, just go. Don't worry about it, okay? We won't stare at you too much. Okay. Okay, Kondra Tsunki Tori Sok Chokching. This is the Tsun in Sage's text, which means a weapon or a blade, okay, Tsunje Korlo. And Kontro means anger. Okay, so we're on the subject of anger, which is the second of the big 6 negative emotions. And Tori means your future life, to go up in your future life, or to stay a human. If you want to destroy your chances, then get angry a lot, okay? Tok means it steals your future human life, okay? Because it burns so many bad seeds, okay? She Sokta Konto Yuna Nyomongi Nangne Getsa Jomche Tushu. Word $50 for Tushu. Because you'll never get it. Huh? Close. Very close. But no cigar. So Tushu means most powerful. Most powerful. Okay. Yeah, Sh is EST in Tibetan. Those of you who are learning Tibetan, SHOS is EST, superlative, mostest of the mostest. Okay, so the Tusha means most powerful. And the most powerful Jomche, what's that? Jomche, destroyer of your good karma, is anger. Ngandor Penche, it throws you into the lower realms. Why? You burn your good seeds, and just your bad seeds are the only thing left, okay? Tsowo, what's Tsowo? For $0. You owe me $100 if you don't know it. Principal, okay? We like principal path, okay? Lam gi Tsowo, right? Lam tso nam sum. So Tsowo means that. Therefore, Yimbe, Gyenche, big problem in your life, very big problem. Now, I'm going to read the first line again, okay? Tell me something about it. Ready? Kondra Tsungi Tori Sorto Jing. It's poetry, okay? Which means it came from somebody else. He's quoting somebody. So in our translation team, we require that the translator goes and finds it because we have a database. So it doesn't take that long. It takes a few minutes, okay? And then we require the translator to go read the rest of the verse, okay? It's only a single line, okay? So if you're interested, which you should be, this comes from a verse by Tsongkhapa about Amitabha, about how to go to Amitabha's heaven, okay? Sukhavati, heaven of bliss, okay? So this is from a famous poem about how to meet Amitabha, okay? All right. Okay. And we actually covered that verse. Okay, here we go again. Getsa jomluk la yu tenki kepar yu. Getsa jomluk. Now, how does anger destroy your good seeds? Getsa means what word? Do you remember? Yeah, your bank account. Your bank account. Your good deeds bank account, okay? It's a special word in Tibetan. Very important word in Buddhism. It's called virtue root, but it means your good karma bank account, okay? Jomluk, how is it that anger destroys your good karma bank account? Stephen asked me that the other day. Kepa, tengi kepa, tela sepa gom sok nyambo tengu. Okay? Ten can mean the angry and the angerer. Okay? Who's getting angry and who are they getting angry at? And the scriptures have a long description of, first level bodhisattva gets mad at second level bodhisattva gets mad at first level bodhisattva gets mad at first level bodhisattva, Arya bodhisattva gets mad at Arya bodhisattva, okay, and there's a whole list. And he says here, Oktu Chintu Kapne Kyang Che. I'll cover that later when we cover the 6 perfections later, okay? We didn't get there yet. So, it's an interesting subject, Of course, you destroy much more seeds if you get angry at a bodhisattva. And unfortunately, you ready for this? The more Buddhism you know, the more bad karma you make when you get angry. Okay? Ignorance is bliss. Okay? Alright, so if you understand seeds and you still get angry, you make more bad seeds. Okay? It's very sad. Okay? It makes sense though, right? You should know better. Right? So of course you should you should be careful. You can get angry at non-bodhisattvas, but be careful not to get angry at a bodhisattva, okay? Which is just a simple thing. You have to judge all the people around you and decide who's a bodhisattva and who's not. And it's a very simple thing, right? The nice people are bodhisattvas. The people who challenge you are definitely not, right? Bodhisattvas or could not be Buddhas. And so you're safer to get angry at bad people and don't get angry at good people, right? We don't know, Your ex-wife could have been a Buddha trying to increase your patience ability. There's a precedent. What's the famous story? Early teacher in Tibet. Come on. Yeah, Atisha. Yeah, he had thousands of students in India. He went to teach in Tibet for 12 years. There was no flight home. In fact, a war broke out in Nepal. He couldn't get home. He was stuck in Tibet, which they say is a good karma of the Tibetan people. This war. But out of thousands of students, as his close attendant, he brought the most irritating person he could find. And the Tibetans asked him, is this what Indian students are like? Is he the best you could bring? Because they were a little bit disappointed because, they're trying to learn Buddhism. And they're kind of suspicious, if this guy is the main student of the great master and he's so irritating, then what's the other students look like? And Atishat said, don't worry, I picked the most irritating one to go with me. And then he makes me stronger, okay? He makes me stronger. So knowing that anger at a bodhisattva burns a lot of bad seeds, we have to be careful not to get angry at someone who might help us a lot. Which is ex-wife, okay? Or ex-boyfriend or whatever, okay. All right. Why do I always pick ex-wife, ex-boyfriend? You love them the most and then you hate them the most. So they go, they're the two extremes. Okay, we're going to study extreme views later. So be careful. We don't know who's a heavy karmic object. Okay, that's a problem. I love this line. Jigme told me, be careful. I was telling her about it, and she said, be careful when you teach it, Geshe-la. You might get in trouble. But I don't care. I'm just translating. Getu la kondro michepa pensam kone dungdek. As far as your students, okay? You're all trying to do ACI teacher, right? He said, never get angry at your students, okay? But pensam kone dungdek chepa tabu rung. Rung means, but it's okay to hit them with your rosary. Things, you know. Oh, but you want to help them. Tough love. Tough. We call tough love in English. Okay. So he says, I'm not talking about hitting your students with the rosary. That's fine, as long as you want to help them and you're not angry. Okay. And this applies to parents also. There's times when you're. I mean, there was a student here who had a child. And 2 students actually, and they, their children got hit by cars and killed instantly. 2 students here, and just step out on the street and get. Whoosh. So to spank them when they step out on the street, you know, to shake them, that's a good thing. Okay, that's a good karma. Okay, got it? Tough love. It's better than dying, right? Okay, all right. I'm happy to say we reached the 3rd depressing emotion. We had desire, we had anger, and now we do nga gyal. Nga gyal, which means I'm king, which means pride, okay? So now we go on a study of pride. I'm sorry this section is kind of depressing. We are studying the dirt in our own mind, okay? But the idea is you can get rid of it, okay? By the way, 9 more minutes, okay? Just hold that peaceful water. Okay. Rangni ki tomjo yunde rigru shirab tsuchim sangwa soktang. He starts to list the things that people get proud of. Top means, tomjor means authority, power, okay? Yunten means I know Tibetan, I can translate Chinese, Tibetan, Sanskrit, I can give a lecture about it in perfect English. Rigru, I come from a I'm a good family, or I come from Germany, like a very successful country, and we are all cool people, green people, you know, so like national or family pride, okay? Rigru, shut up. I understand emptiness better than you. You know, like I can read Tsongkhapa, you know, I had the emptiness experience, you know, I'm superior, okay? Tim Tsawa, I keep my 6 times book better than you do. Okay, which is not true in Geshe-la's case, but I'm just saying as an example. Okay, so you know, I'm more moral than you are. Okay, and so this is interesting. We're talking about qualities that you actually do have. So you do have good study, you do have good meditation, you do have good morality, but you get proud about it. You start to compare yourself and other people. It's the best way to have a miserable yoga class also, right? There's always somebody in the class going to do something better than you. It's totally irritating. So sooner or later you have to give it up, okay? I used to not go to class because I didn't want to look like the worst one in the class, and then I got to be the second worst one in the class, and it was okay. I can go, because I can look at the worst one and say, I'm better than you, okay? Tana ke sangwa. So what's the item? What's the next item? What's happening in the next picture in your meditation book? Look at your meditation book. What's the next item? I'll give you a clue. It's number 5. What's going on? The lady's taking a shower. Listen, she's singing in the shower. Okay, that's where I always sing. I don't know why it always sounds better. I mean, according to Veronica, it doesn't sound better. But it sounds better to me. I don't know. So people go in the shower and they sing. And then Tana, do you know the word Tana? It means even with such a small thing as how you sing in the shower, you will compare yourself to other shower singers. You know, I sing better in the shower than Veronica sings in the, like, you will get pride about little tiny things, My ear curve is better than your ear curve, Anyway, I was going to give some gross example. Okay, even Tana means even down to, people get proud about their voice, how they sing. In the monastery, a good voice is an important thing, I have a better voice than you do. And people get it's a very big thing, People get very attached to how they chant, During the chanting of prayers about not having kleshas, they are having a klesha about how they chant it. Understand? I don't know. We would never do that. Sangen Kanglang Migne Sem Kengba. Sem Kengba means you're full of yourself. Okay? I'm so cool. What's that James Brown song, Stanley? I'm so cool, I want to kiss myself. You got that video yet? Shopping? You gave it to them? Allison? No? Let's show it today. Something else Stanley can be proud about. Okay, so the examples. Perna ri tumbo ne tawana. I did promise you a pee-pee break. I got 4 more minutes. If you're looking down, if you go to the top of this mountain, by the way, this tall mountain in the back, which we named after the first director here, that you should thank him someday, Winston McCullough. He found this place and he paid for it. He put his name on the contract and he offered to pay for it. Like he offered to work for 30 years to pay for it. And then we said no, but he had the courage to sign for the place. I was in 3-year retreat. He couldn't ask me. I said, find a retreat center. I was kind of thinking San Diego on the beach, but okay. Anyway, when I got out, the contract was already signed, But anyway, we called that mountain after him. It's called McCullough Peak, okay? So pride means you're up on the top of the peak and everybody else looks lower, okay? It's like you're up on McCullough Peak and everybody else looks lower. Shim Shimba. Shin Rangni Chokta Zin. I'm number 1. Shen Paro Po Mawarsong. Everybody else is a little bit less than me. Of course, I'm a cool person. I'm not stupid. I don't tell people around me they're all worse than me, but I think it. Inside my mind, I think it. But I don't go around telling everybody, you're just a little bit worse than me, or you're really worse than me. But quietly, I'm up on that mountain judging all the people around me, okay? And people ask me, what's the karma for people judging me, or people being unkind to me, or people writing things about me on the internet? And I think it's judging people, quietly judging people around us. I'm really good at it. But I think that karma is causing a lot of our trouble for all of us, okay? Okay, Toei Number Chendu Jukpa. So it feels like you are superior. It's a feeling that you're superior to others, okay? And it's quiet. It's inside your mind, okay? People seem to have 2 problems. Number 1, they think they're superior when they're not. But a lot of people have the opposite problem. They think they're inferior when they're really cool. So we should just switch. Everybody should switch. Okay. Okay. One more sentence. Okay. Dini mig yu gitsen chungse le migo parkete kadam kome sune jigi du ringo kan towane shombo dan maune. Okay, this is okay, when we have winter here, all the grass turns brown, okay? And in the summer, it starts to get warmer. And the green starts to come from the lower valleys up to the higher valleys. So Tibet is all valleys and mountains, you know. So they think about valleys and mountains a lot. In fact, there's a theory that all the sects of Buddhism in Tibet came from the geography. That people couldn't meet. We want this Lama taught in this valley, and this Lama taught in this valley, and then it stayed for 1,000 years, and you know. So anyway, grass tends to grow from the lower elevations, and then it spreads to the higher elevations. What's the point? Yeah, humble people get better qualities. If you keep yourself, if you fight with your pride, we all have pride, okay? Everyone in this room has pride. We all have it. But there's two choices. One is to just let it go, okay, and the other is to fight with it. When you fight with it, it's uncomfortable. It's better to let it go. Just be proud, you know, and your life will be easier. It's like all your other bad habits, right? It's kind of easier to just let them go than to fight against them, okay? Unfortunately, after you die, you go down, okay? So we have to fight with them. It would be more comfortable not to fight with them. Just leave them alone. Geshe, I have pride. Geshe La has pride. Let's just leave it, okay? It's more comfortable. Let me be proud. You know, but it hurts you. It makes bad seeds, okay? And then later you have a lot of trouble, okay? So unfortunately you have to fight your mind, okay? Fighting the mind, I think, is my idea of meditation. People ask me, what's meditation? I say, it's fighting with your mind, okay? Cool. Now you can fight with the bathroom. And please come back at, let's say 9 o'clock, okay? It's 8:40 now, okay? 9 o'clock. Big break. Take some juice, green juice. Okay. Okay, we'll start again. We're going to keep going on the Lam Rim so we don't finish in 50 years. Okay. Ngagya ki gangbula yenden ki chumin drup sungbatar ngagya yepala yenden kanke ka. So they didn't have balloons in ancient Tibet, but they had a thing called a balloon, which is a sheep's stomach that you fill. It was the plastic bag of Tibet, and you could put butter in it or tsampa, and it will hold air. If you blow into it, it will hold air. Sheep's intestines or stuff like that. So. He makes a joke here, which is pretty much Tibetan joke. Tibetan jokes are really bad. They're boring and strange. But I guess every country's different, right? So they say if you fill a balloon, if a balloon is full, you can't add more air. And that means if you already think you're super cool, you won't learn anything new. Okay? The more pride you have, the less you can learn new things, because you're already like a balloon which is full, and you think you're full, so you resist learning new things from other people, because when you learn something from somebody, you kind of have to be humble, right? Okay. Lame chu sung yang ngagel chambo ye pe mi de la pemitok. A lama can teach a person for years, but if that person has pride, it won't sink in, you know. No matter how much you teach people who have a lot of pride, they can't learn new things because they think they know everything, you know. My Lama used to call me Mr. I know. Because I used to say, I know. He said, no, you don't know. So maybe I have this problem. Dena di nyembor kam ki rabiela migne. There's a famous, I forget which Lama it was. Maybe it was Atisha. He started to think he was pretty smart, that he knew a lot of books and he knew a lot of Dharma. And then in a dream, some Buddha came to him and showed him thousands of books that he never even heard of. And then when he woke up, he's like, oh, maybe I'm not so smart, you know. So, Kamki Rabye means all the countless categories of things in the world, okay? It comes in ACI 4? What's ACI 4? Proof of Future Lives. It comes there for $100. Okay, good. So when you say omniscient, you know, Mr. Know-it-all, Kunken, who knows all things. This is a Buddha who knows all things. The emphasis is not that he knows the name of every bird or he knows where all the kinds of rocks, or because that's countless. There's in many planets, they all have different things, right? The main point of omniscience is they know what will help living beings to be happy. And that's the main kind of Mr. Know-it-all. Okay. So here he says, Kamge Rabye means, what's that? Yeah, $100, I'm sorry. He's going to loan me some money to pay it off. Rabye means countless details of the universe, you know. Rangi mishepam nandang samne. So think about it sometimes. All the things you don't know outnumber all the things you know, okay? You don't know billions of things. You don't know what the people around you are thinking, okay? Reishik rangi chiwone kambe par. He says, take your own body from the tip of your head to the bottom of your feet. There's like thousands of things going on inside your own body. You don't even know about it, okay? There could be cancer. We have a friend, one of my students, her cousin died yesterday, 2 days ago. She was fine last week. She was just a normal person. And then she felt some kind of uncomfortable. She went to a doctor. Doctor took an x-ray. Said, you have cancer everywhere in your body, all over your body. And she died after a week. Just like that, you know. And she didn't know what's under the skin, her own skin, you see. So when you think very proud, I know a lot of things. Look, you don't even know what's going on in your own body. Forget, you know, other people. You know, don't feel so proud that you know a few words of Tibetan or something. You know, you actually don't know what's going on half an inch under here. Okay, it could be you already have a lot of cancer. We don't know. Okay. Okay, Changri Nelo ki ye ji ye ranki mi shepa shindu mamba yepanam. Someday think about it. Nagyao choke. Choke for $50 word. A famous choke that you had. Good. I got you. This is the word break it. Imperative. Break it. Now tell me where you heard it for $0. Yeah, in the monastery, when they teach you Chang'e, which is how to know when the Buddha didn't mean what he said. The famous example is when you have a disciple who washes the dishes, but they always break them. So when you hear them washing the dishes and you hear them throwing the dishes around, you say, hey, kayo dazu choda. It means, could you just break a few more dishes for me? Okay, that's choke. So this is the imperative form of chak, to break, okay? So, hey, could you just break a few more dishes? What's it mean? Good, don't break the dishes. It's like telling people there's 2 extra consciousnesses. Number 7, full of bad thoughts, because it doesn't understand number 8, which is where your husband really is when he yells at you. Okay, got it? That's break the dishes. It's not true. But he's trying to get people to think about how the husband come from them. Okay, got it? Yeah. Sometimes the Buddha said something that wasn't totally true to try to get the student to think about it, and then they would understand something later. It's like, hey, could you break those dishes? Okay? All right, nobody got that. I'm happy. Okay, number 4. Okay, we finished pride. And we came to Marikpa, which is, if you want to lose $100, say ignorance, okay? But we call it misunderstanding, okay? Ignorance means you don't know. Misunderstanding means you know wrongly, okay? You misinterpret something. So that's what we're talking about. Okay. Chirma rikpa chepa toma tong rigma rik servala tar. Generally speaking, marik, okay, avidya, ignorance, okay, misunderstanding. There's a negative on it. He says, look, there's a negative on this word. In Tibetan, it's not knowing, okay, marikpa. In Sanskrit, it's not knowing, avidya, okay. And privative a, negative initial a, comes into English sometimes as I, ignorance, okay, ignorance, got it? Okay, so matong, tong matong, rig marig, did you see it? Do you understand it? We just put a gakja. Gakja means negative. Put a not on understand, okay, that's all. Jarte, stick it on there. Marikpa, you can say not understanding. You can say matowa, not seeing. You can say mishepa, not knowing. You can say miselwa, not clear to you. Yeah, these are all the similar. Okay. Now, next picture in your meditation book. If you get bored in the afternoon because I didn't give you enough homeworks, what's the next picture? Number 6. Number 6. The other number 6. There you go. Okay, so I told you when I'm in Arizona, you have to learn to drive. When you're in high school, you're 15 years old, they teach you to drive. My mathematics teacher had to teach me to drive before school. This is a system. They pay him a little bit extra. So, and the local car company will give you a new sports car to the school because they're hoping the kids will buy one when they get older. So they learn to drive in a new sports car, and like a Model X or something. So it was really fun. It's the last time I drove a sports car. And anyway, you have 3 kids and 1 teacher. The teacher sits next to the driver so they can put their foot on the brake. And I remember, those of you who know Phoenix, it's Glendale Avenue, we went down, and this girl was driving, and she turned down the wrong way on the largest highway in Arizona, Highway 17. So, you know, people are coming 80 miles an hour at us, and we're going the wrong way on a highway, okay? This is misunderstanding, okay? It's not ignorance, okay? It's wrong way. It's not, okay? It's not that you don't know the way. She wasn't stopping to ask directions. She turned the wrong way. Oh boy, that was exciting. What do you do, you know? And I still, when I drive to Diamond Mountain, I have to drive past that, on that street, and I often think about it. It was really exciting. The teacher go, eh! It was like in a movie, you know. Anyway, I'm still here. Okay. Then he gives an example. Berna miktumba tabawang naktom mewam mumpe kepe ngopo mitoa. For example, if you close your eyes, miktumba tabu. Oh, if the room is so dark, it's as if you closed your eyes. and you don't see what's in the room. Okay, if you walk into a room and there's no electricity, it's as if your eyes are closed. Mitowa Shindud. Then all around you is the four truths. The four what kind of truths? Noble. Yeah, I saw somebody came out with a new book called The Four Noble Truths. I'm like, still, pet peeve, Masha. Yeah, put the title of a book is wrong, like Principal Path. Anyway, PLE. So anyway, what you don't know, what you don't see in the room, when you have this klesha, is number one, den shi. The four truths, okay? The four noble truths, right? Just kidding. Lende. Karma and its consequences. By the way, the English word consequence is good because it means the connotation in English is unwanted result. You don't understand the consequences if you do this. Okay, so it's a nice word to use, karma and consequences, rather than karma and result. Okay, coin choke. Yeah, the three jewels. I don't know why, but in many countries, spiritual words become curse words. And it's the same in Tibetan. So if you're angry, you can say three jewels, sambal. And it's like saying, Jesus. Okay? So if you want to embarrass yourself with Geshe Lothar, say, coin stone. It means, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. It's kind of sad, right? You say, it's three jewels. And it's the way to say shit in... Like if you hit your finger with a hammer, you go, coin jewels. No. I don't know why. Okay. Anyway, there you go. People remember curse words before anything. Toso la migne rangi ngo amne luk mi towa. You don't understand the nature of things, okay? Mitoa, monbate, like copper atoms, or fire, okay? Okay, you think fire is hot, okay? The day you stop thinking that fire is hot, you understand emptiness. Okay, hot. We did it. China's soft power. We did 21 synonyms for self-existent, I think. Yeah, gotcha. We did about 21 of them, I think, something like that. My latest one is called in. I-N. Okay? Hot is not in fire. Okay, got it? Irritating is not in your bad friend. Okay? Or your husband, or okay? When you understand that, you understand emptiness. Okay? So he says it here. Ranging om ne luk mitoe mombate. Ignorance is thinking that the yelling is in the husband and not coming from you. Okay? Dini nyomong tamche ki tsawa. This is the tsawa of all negative emotions. They all come from this. All negativities come from this. Okay? Misunderstanding the husband. Okay? Deyang jikta dam maripa chikto shebe luktana. Now he's going to talk about two schools of Buddhism, what they think is marikpa, and they're a little bit different. Okay, here we go. Some people say jikta, marikpa. Some people say misunderstanding is the view of destruction. Okay, view of destruction. Now this is a technical term in Buddhism. Okay, say jikta, jikta. So you can have misunderstanding about your husband. Okay, your husband yells at you, and you think it's coming from him. Okay, that's misunderstanding your husband. But that's not what starts the wheel of life. That's not number one in the wheel of life. What's number one in the wheel of life? You misunderstand yourself. Okay, you misunderstand yourself. And the first time you see emptiness directly, it will be the emptiness of Hasso, the emptiness of Nicole, the emptiness of Mark, okay? It will be your own emptiness, okay? So misunderstanding yourself, who you are, what you are, is the first link of the wheel of life. Technically, it's jigta, okay? Misunderstanding yourself has a special name in Buddhism. It's a code name. Okay, someone has to teach it to you. It's called View of the Perishable Assembly. Okay, it's weird. Jigtok la tawa. Wrong idea about the collection of things which will be destroyed, and that's the code word in Buddhist philosophy for misunderstanding yourself. Okay, so you can call it misunderstanding yourself, or you can call it destruction view. Okay. For $100. Accept word. 2 reasons why it's called destruction view. Yeah, you can destroy it. You can get rid of it. Okay, you don't get it. Say again? Nice. Yeah, she got it, okay. 50. 50 there. Ronit. Okay. I'll say it again. Okay, it's called jikta. And this is the root of the samsara, okay. It's a certain kind of misunderstanding, okay. And it's always misunderstanding yourself, okay. So you say, just put your own name after misunderstanding. For Nur, it's misunderstanding Nur, okay. Why do they call it destruction view? Two reasons. Number one, if you work on it for a long time, you can destroy the view. If you work on it for a long time, you can destroy the view. Number two, it is viewing something which will fall apart. It's viewing a human body, human mind, which will fall apart, which will self-destruct in time, okay? So those are the 2 reasons. By the way, in this text today, and in the next item, what is the next item? Is there an item there? Oh no. Sorry, it comes later. Sorry, it comes later. Let's forget that. Okay. He kind of likes to emphasize, is there a connection between the two? Let's put it that way. I would give you money because it's worth more money, but I'm getting nervous about my finances. Are those 2 kinds of destruction connected? I'll say it again, okay? Some people say it's called destruction view because it's looking at something which is going to self-destruct, which is your body, mainly. Some people call it destruction view because you can get rid of it, you can destroy it. Is there a connection between that view and the mortality of your body? Yeah, exactly. That view causes the destruction of your body, okay? Misunderstanding you is why you have to die. Misunderstanding Michael is why Michael has to die, okay? If I understood Michael, I could plant more seeds to keep my body going or change it into diamond, okay? If I understood Michael, I don't have to die. I think it's called destruction view because if you have it, you will die. You will be in the wheel of life. That's why it's number 1 in the wheel of life. Got it? If you really understand the pen, you don't have to die. Okay? This and pen are the same. Okay? Coming from you. Okay? You can change it. Later, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I'm sorry. But thank you. Okay, here we go. So some people say in this list, number 5, right? Are we on number 5? 4, sorry. Number 4 is jikta. Specific kind of misunderstanding. Misunderstanding Hasso. Misunderstanding Nicole. Okay? Not general misunderstanding. Some people say destruction view is misunderstanding. Sorry. in the list of 6 main kleshas, number 4 is just misunderstanding yourself. Some people say that, okay? Ready? Some people say, Tade de shepe luktana. Some people say, no, misunderstanding and destruction view are not exactly the same thing. Some people say that. Perna, then they give an example. Tapala dulo nyamdu. And this happens at Diamond Mountain, okay? You're supposed to, when you walk around at Diamond Mountain, you should be watching for snakes, okay? Watch where you put your feet, okay? They're coming out around now. They sleep in the cold weather. When I was digging sand in my 3-year retreat behind my fence, I hit a snake like 3 feet down. They dig down and because it's warmer, and they sleep for the winter. Why was I digging sand for my toilet? Okay. So anyway, they come out about this time, and you have to watch where you put your feet. Okay, and it's just a thing. When you walk in the desert, you watch where you put your feet, and you don't step over rocks or wood where you can't see what's on the other side. Lots of people nobody got bit here. One person got bit here once here. We're very lucky so far, but be careful. Okay, that's why we don't bring small children here. Anyway, at dusk, when you're walking around and somebody dropped a piece of rope, you might get scared and think it's a snake, okay? So that's called takpa la dulo nyamde chulwa tabu. Mistake a piece of rope for a snake, okay? Here's the example. Tabu, jikta, that's misunderstanding yourself. De gyu takte tengdu mumba papte. The cause of the misunderstanding is dusk. It's that there's not enough light, okay? Mumba papte, dusk has fallen. Takpe nyeluk misawa. And the real nature of this, the rope is not clear, okay? Tabuni marikpa. That's the second idea about what is misunderstanding, okay? First opinion. Big bad thought number 4 is misunderstanding me, okay? Second opinion. No, it's all the misunderstanding things in the world because it's dark. The darkness of your mind, okay? The dusk, okay? There's a difference between the two systems, okay? And it would be nice to hear more about it, but he doesn't give us. Luk Ngama Pelden Dawatarpa. The first system is Chandakirti. Okay? The misunderstanding means when you talk about misunderstanding as one of the 6 main negative emotions, you're always talking about misunderstanding yourself. Whose system is that? Chandakirti. Okay? When you say it's just, and he says it's also the other kirti, Dharma kirti. They both believe that's the klesha, which is misunderstanding. Okay? But Togme Kuche believes it's the other one, about the snake, about the darkness on the snake, okay? And somehow those two are different. Okay, somehow those two opinions are different. Who's Togme? Asanga. Who's Kuche? The 2 brothers, okay? So that means Asanga and Vasubandhu, they like the snake one. And Chandakirti and Dharmakirti like the, I don't understand Stanley, if you're Stanley, okay? Got it? Somebody could write an essay about it someday. It's a difficult difference, and he doesn't say anything more about it, okay? And I'm not going to say more about it, because I don't exactly understand it either. Okay, number 5, okay? Number 5. By the way, I don't know if it's me or you. Why didn't he start out with misunderstanding? Why is it number 4? I mean, seems like it should have been number 1. Say again? It is how the list is classically written, but I don't know why. Maybe the worst one's at the back. I don't know. Okay, number 5. Say Tetsom. You guys are sleepy. I'll give you a break in... I'll break your head. No, I got permission in the text. Give me like 5 more minutes. I'll give you a mini break, okay? Stretch break. Green stretch pin. Okay. Ngapa Tetsomni. Doubt. Okay, we're on doubt. Denshi Konjo Danlendes on the Migne. You are focusing on spiritual truths such as Denshi, the 4 truths, pain, cause of pain, end of pain, path to the end of pain, okay? Or Koncho, Sambao, 3 jewels. Or Lende, karma and its consequences. And you say to yourself, Yidame. I'm not sure they exist or not. Yinamin. I'm not sure it's that way or not. Okay? Yinamin nyambatabate. Konjo sumna tetsum bekin ki topake wala gekche. Especially not understanding the 3 jewels is a huge, doubt about the 3 jewels is a special obstacle to seeing emptiness. Doubt about the 3 jewels is a special obstacle to seeing emptiness. $100. Why? Damn! You're getting worse than Word. He's worse. He is worse, but you're also expensive. Now, having risked to give an answer, I'm sure you're going to explain how the 3 jewels relate to emptiness. Yeah. $33 each. Yeah, good. The essence of Buddha is emptiness, especially the emptiness body. The emptiness body that we already have. Okay. Then how about Dharma? Nice, beautiful. Okay. Dharma is books. Dharma is teaching. Dharma is online databases. But real Dharma is the direct perception of emptiness. Sangha? Good, yeah. Specifically, it's people who saw emptiness directly. It's Sangha. It's not people who wear red robes, okay? Or orange robes, okay? Okay, so he got that $100. Okay, I'm not sure I can make it to the end of the week. Tetsombe kienki topake wana. Then I put a picture in there of Maitreya, okay, in the meditations, okay, Maitreya. For $100. Why did I choose Maitreya? For this subject. Really, you should pay me. There should be a system. Okay, come on, don't guess. Yeah, you're fishing. You're fishing for money, honey. The correct answer in my class is like a needle at the bottom of the ocean. How do you say that? Zhongwenda. Yeah. It's not woman's mind. It's a $100 question. Okay, Hassan, one more try. Yeah. Okay. Maitreya gave specific advice about doubt. What did he say? Yeah, put it on the shelf. Okay, but it's too late, Stanley. Okay. Now, Maitreya said, there's good doubt and there's bad doubt. And in Tsongkhapa lineage, you are encouraged to question the teacher, okay? You're encouraged to ask questions, challenge the teacher, is the Tsongkhapa system, okay? So if you're going to be an ACI teacher, Don't get upset when people question you, even if it's not very polite. Okay, you're Tsongkhapa lineage. You're like, yeah, come on, man, give it to me, give it to me. I love the first day I met my Lama, first conversation we ever had. You know, I drove from Princeton. I went to his class. I was late because there was a snowstorm, and I sat in the class. And then, after I had made an appointment to ask him to be my teacher. You know, to ask him if I could study. And I go into his room, you know, and the first thing he said to me is, "Hey, did you see Muhammad Ali beat that guy up last night on the TV?" Muhammad Ali is a very famous boxer. He said, "Did you see him beat that guy up last night?" I'm like, "What?" "Did you see Muhammad Ali beat up that guy?" I'm like, "No, I don't watch TV." Then he's like, "Oh," he says, "it's so cool. It's called rope-a-dope." Rope-a-dope. Dope means stupid person, okay? Dope means stupid. Rope means rope, right? So in the boxing ring, there's 3 ropes. So Muhammad Ali is the most famous boxer ever. And when he got old, he's too slow. And he's a little fat. So he had a special system. He just leaned back on the rope. And he said, "Come on, hit me." And the guy goes, dun, 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 dun. And he's like, "Hit me some more." And, dun, 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 dun. And then the guy's like, then he goes, boom. It's called rope-a-dope. It means the guy, you get it. Why am I talking about that? ACI teacher, come on. Ask me a tough question. Don't ask me easy question. Give me a tough question, okay? Maitreya, that's Tsongkhapa's system, okay? You should encourage your student to ask you tough questions, okay? Don't run away. And if you don't know it, don't fake it. Tell him honestly. I'll look it up for you. I'll check. I'll let you know tomorrow, okay? So in the Tsongkhapa system, it's not wrong to say, "I don't accept this right now. I understand you taught it." Right, Pachi? You were asking me about something. Where is Pachi? Yeah, maybe this is the answer coming from the Buddha. He said, Maitreya said, "The students who doubt the teacher's instruction are the best ones." Okay, Maitreya said that. He said, "Give me those students. Don't give me those students who say, 'Yes, yes, Lama, everything you say is true.' Because the next Lama to come tomorrow will say something opposite, and they will believe it without any reason." You see what I mean? So in this tradition, doubt is a very powerful good karma and not a klesha, okay? What's this doubt? Oh, so anyway, that's the idiom, okay? Maitreya. He said, skepticism is good. Okay, questioning the Lama is good, okay? But lazy doubt, okay? If the Lama says the answer is in the Lamrim, read it. And then you're too lazy, and then you don't read it. Or they give you a good answer, but you don't think about it. That's a bad karma. That's a major klesha, okay? It's number 5, okay? Lazy doubt, okay? Lazy doubt. I don't want to think about it. It's too hard to think about it, okay? That's a bad karma, okay? Got it? Good doubt. Geshe, I listened carefully. I went home. I thought about it. I still don't understand it. I can't accept it yet. Then Maitreya said, "Put it on the shelf. Wait another couple of weeks or something. Don't accept it just because the teacher said it." Who said, "Don't believe everything I say"? Yeah, the Buddha. Okay. There's a debate whether he meant it or not. Okay, take a break. Take a break. Okay, go have some quick doubt. Okay, we're gonna continue. Today I'm gonna give you a lot of lamrim, okay? Because we're just gonna keep going. Maybe the last half hour we will do some Lamrim review from the old Lamrim, okay? So here we go. So we're talking about doubt, but when you make a list of the 6 worst negative emotions for your friends, I give you a suggestion as a teacher. You might want to get them in the habit of saying bad doubt. Bad doubt. So there's a good doubt and a bad doubt, okay? And I think you have to get used to that. There's also a bad pride and a good pride. And in the Diamond Way, there's a good pride where you try to imagine you're an angel, okay? And that's also called pride. The same word, but it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Like, I'm Vajrayogini. You have a problem with that? You know, okay? Okay, here we go. Dayan Gyalwe Wambo Gendon Dup. So he's quoting the first Dalai Lama, and you saw his painting yesterday with the mustache, which I'm sure he shaved off the next day. Because monks aren't allowed to have mustache, okay? Kundu Mombe Kala Ramyushin Ngepa Dununyela Lakpa Tse. So you know Preta, right? Preta? Like when we did the Lama Chupa and we all clap our hands, there's a spirit on this land. This land unfortunately had some conflict here. There was native people here, and then the white people came and killed them and sent them to jail. And so there are many spirits, I think, on this land. And so we always make offerings to them, okay? People who died, all right? So he says, doubt is like the spirit of a dead person who comes to bother you. Doubt is like the spirit of a dead person who comes to bother you. They fly through the sky of misunderstanding to get to your house, okay? They try to kill your understanding and your happiness, and they take the life of your nirvana. Okay, what's he talking about? Spirit called doubt, bad doubt. Okay, so that's how he described doubt. It kills your chances for nirvana. Okay, okay. She Simba Tabuyin. I went to check it, which is our translation team rule. So I went to check it. It's in Sung Torbu. Words like, huh? Sung Torbu. Torbu means minor works, okay? Scattered works, okay? So it's not a major book. It's some like letter he wrote or something, okay? All right. Lende la tetson beni ngun todang. If you doubt the laws of karma and its consequences, ngunto, it will hurt your chances for a higher rebirth. Denshila totsamna, if you doubt the Four Truths, it will stop you from reaching nirvana. Diyen la taminga joke. Okay, so listen. How many main negative emotions? Yeah, I'm not talking Abhidharma, okay? I'm talking Lamrim, okay? 6, okay? The first 5 are called Taminga. Taminga means they are not opinions about reality. They are not opinions, okay? They are not ways of viewing the world, okay? We call Tawa. And we used to try to come up with a name for all our organizations together, because they're so different. And sometime long ago we called them all worldview. Okay, so they all have the worldview. So when you talk about 6 negative emotions, the first 5 are nicknamed not viewpoints. Not viewpoints. Yeah, Sage is wondering about number 4. Me too. And then the last one, okay, number 6, is called viewpoints. Viewpoints. Inside of viewpoints, there's 5. So how many negative emotions now? Big ones. 10. Really, it's 10. Okay, 5 are not viewpoints, and 5 are viewpoints. Okay, and that's classical division of the 6 major negative emotions. The last one has 5 parts. Okay, and it's called viewpoints. So now we're going to go to 5 viewpoints. Okay, 5 viewpoints. And Seiji's question in his mind, and my question isn't misunderstanding a viewpoint? And there's a debate about it, okay? So if you have that question, you're okay. That's okay. You know, in the debate ground, they'll say 5 are view, 5 are not views, but the 4th one is a view. You know, I mean, it'd be something like that, okay? I'm sorry about it. Maybe if you hold Vasubandhu and the Sangha viewpoint about number 4, it's not a view. It's just dark snakes. Okay, so I mean, maybe you can debate from there, I don't know, okay. So here we go. Here's the 5. 5 parts of number 6, right? 5 parts of number 6. Here we go. Number 1, destruction view. Destruction view, which supports the idea that number 4 is not destruction view. Okay, because it's in number 6 also. Okay, destruction view. What is destruction view looking at? Me personally and mine. Yeah, me and mine. Okay. There's a Beatles song, all through the day, I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. It's a nice song. It's kind of like that. Okay, Jiktani, Jikpe Chöchengi Pumbo. Now, here's word if you're interested, or Seiji, translators. This is where he gives his opinion on the word destruction. This is his opinion on the word destruction. And he says, Jikpe Chöchengi Pumbo Tsok. The pieces of you are gonna fall apart. Your arms, your legs, your heart, your stomach, they're all going to fall apart. That's destruction, okay? Pumbutsok, your 5 heaps are going to fall apart. So that's why we call it destruction view, because it's looking at something that's going to fall apart, okay? So la migne, it looks at those fall apart pieces, migne, and it says, nga dangai, nga dangai. And you can say, dak dan dak kir. As me, as mine. Okay? Does the wife in the kitchen have jikta? Yes or no? Yeah, the husband is mine. It's part of jikta. You see what I mean? That's also part of her life. It's part of her family. This is my husband. You see what I mean? So if she misunderstands the husband, she's having jikta, okay? Because it's her mind. It's her mind. It's not her me, but it's her mind, okay? Got it? Not the ngayir, holding me or mine, okay? Question? Yeah, I mean, you could say all objects, okay? I'm sorry. You could go there. It's kind of mean. Okay, Mingne. Now, why did he say nga and ngai, and then he said dak and daki for $50? God, you expensive kids. No, they both say daki. I mean, why did he repeat nga and then dak? No, not really. Just dak is more common. It's atman, so it's more commonly used in Buddhism. For the husband who's not coming from me. For the husband who's not coming from me. So he says, me or mine, meaning self or selves. Okay? He wants to say, look, it's misunderstanding me. It doesn't understand me. Because the word self in Buddhism is a loaded word. It's Atman. Okay? It means self-nature. It means fire which is hot. It means husbands which decided to yell. And those two don't exist. Okay. Cool, man? Okay. Da tawe shirab nyomongchen. Now, $300. Jeez, words like even word. There's a problem, major problem in this sentence. Give it to me. There's a major problem in this sentence. Give it to me. For $300, you have 10. Count to 10. 10, 9, 8. I'll do Sri Patavi Joyce. 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Chatur. Huh? 3, 2, 1. No, you failed. Huh? You're close, but no cigar. Okay. I saved my money. I kind of cheated. I went kind of fast. Shut up, Nyomon Chen. Translate it. Shut up, Nyomon Chen. Good. The wisdom, which is klesha. The klesha wisdom. Okay? You should be objecting. Wait, Geshe, there's a mistake in the carving. It says klesha wisdom. What's the explanation? Do you remember? Okay, I'll tell you. Sometimes the word prajna refers to kundronga, the capacity of intellect. It doesn't mean wisdom about emptiness. The word prajna and mati in Sanskrit, lodru, can mean intellect. The capacity to think. And every living creature has it, okay? Every living creature has mati. So sometimes the definition of ignorance is corrupted wisdom. Corrupted wisdom. Cool? It's a good translation, by the way. Okay? Wisdom which went wrong. Logic which got messed up. Okay? So that's in the definition of jigta. You know, the guy's thinking. The guy's trying to figure it out. He just figured it out wrong. Okay? But he still has wisdom. He just has messed up wisdom. Okay? Stupid wisdom? Okay? Got it? Okay. So when you see that in a scripture, don't call it klesha wisdom. Okay? Call it defective intellect. It means intellect. The capacity to think. Okay? It doesn't mean wisdom here. Okay? Got it? Don't translate it as wisdom. Yeah. When you see it connected to nyomo, it always means corrupt intelligence. Corrupt intelligence. Misunderstanding in Buddhist psychology is intelligence corrupted. Okay? Understand? It's an attempt to understand, but it's corrupt. But it's still thinking. It's still trying to figure it out, okay? But it's wrong. So we have this word in Buddhist scripture called corrupted intelligence, okay? Which is stupid, okay? You know corrupted intelligent people. Okay, Shiram Nyoma Bachente. Now, I put the next item, number 8. What's the picture? What's a picture? I think it's a lady with her mother dying or something, right? It's a lady with her mother dying, something like that. And the point that I want to make in the picture is, if you have destruction view, it will kill you. If you have destruction view, you will die. One of the goals of Buddhism is to beat death. One of the goals of Buddhism. Give me a nice word for that. Where's JB? He's not here. Kala danda. What's kala danda? Yeah, take a stick and take a baseball bat and beat death to death. Okay. What's the kala? Time. So in yoga tradition, death is called time. Okay. But it also has connotations of black. Okay. Black. Mahakala, for example. Okay. All right. So that picture is supposed to remind you that misunderstanding yourself is why you die. And if you could stop it, you wouldn't have to die, okay? And that's why we're here. That's what we're doing, okay? So many people write me, I don't know, yesterday. My relative died. Can you pray for them? And I'm polite. I say, okay, I'll pray for them. But I would rather they came to the Lam Rim and didn't die. You see what I mean? It's kind of frustrating for me to teach Lam Rim for 10 years. People don't come, and then I get the email to pray for their mother. You could have taught her not to die. Just come to. Why you bother? Anyway, you can write them, okay? Tell them Geshe-la's irritated. Another pet. I guess I have a lot of pet peeves. I didn't know it was so many. Okay, perna rangla shengi tumeso penne chepana. For example, if another person says, "Oh, Stanley, you gave such a wonderful class yesterday," or they say you made this mistake in your talk yesterday. Okay, praise and what do you call? Criticize. Ne chepana. If someone hurts you, ngala deta chepa chishe. Then we tend to say, why is he criticizing me? What did I do? Chishe means I didn't do anything. Lo puso ling ling wa shang shang. And then it comes deep in your heart. When someone criticizes you, there's a very, very strong instinct reaction in your heart that says, I didn't do anything. I don't know why they're yelling at me. Okay, it's called ling lingwa. Say ling lingwa. It means it just it comes up in your heart. You can't stop it. Well, I didn't do anything. Why are you talking about me like that? Okay. Ling ling shar yongwa means it comes up in your heart. Detaro yepa zimbade. Especially with the husband, okay, in the kitchen. The anger comes up like that, and you hold on to it, okay? That's his description of destruction view, okay? Someone criticizes you, and it's this thing that comes up in your heart right away. It says, I didn't do anything. In the kitchen, in the Two Husbands in the Kitchen skit, what is it? What moment is it? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. He said just walk in. He started yelling at me. Okay? It's that's a sign you have destruction view. That I didn't do anything. When your heart says I didn't do anything, you have destruction view. That's what do you call? A sign that you have it. Okay? He's saying that's a sign that you have it. He's blaming me. I didn't do anything. Okay? Got it? I didn't say anything, he started yelling at me. That means you must have destruction view. That means you must die. If you keep thinking like that, you must die. Okay? All right. And I think that's why it's called destruction view. I would call it die view or something. Okay? Die view, You're going to have to die if you keep thinking like that. If you keep thinking it's not my fault, I didn't do anything, you will die. Okay. All right. Jikta de Sokchak. Who has Jikta? How many people have Jikta? How many living beings have Jikta? What about ants at Diamond Mountain? Okay, he's going to answer it. Jikta de Sokchak Chokpur Yenche La Ye. Everything from ants at Diamond Mountain on up has Jikta. They have destruction view, die view. Okay? Every living creature from ants on up have die view. Okay. Budroe nar satur sugna. If an ant is headed for your foot and you take a piece of grass and poke him on the nose, okay, dematak nga chikjendo, nga chikjendo, then as soon as you poke the ant with the grass, they start to think, I didn't do anything. What's going on? Something's going to happen. Nyamdu, takne, and they get scared. Kum means they what do they call? They go into a ball, okay? Curl up. Shiva tarcha. Shiva means dead. Chu means they fake it. They pretend they're dead, okay? And then their Reishik name means they're going to wait for a while. By the way, word, that's a really difficult word in philosophy scriptures, Reishik. So here's a good real life example of it. After a bit, okay, after a while, they will katsurlok. They'll turn around and go the other way. Okay? That means they have die view. Okay? I didn't do anything. And they run out of the kitchen. Or they run away from your foot. Okay? Even bugs have it. Okay? Die view. I didn't do anything. They're sticking grass on me. Okay? Trud yongwa de jikte chepare. The reason the ant runs away when you poke them with the grass is that they have die view. Okay? He says that's proof they have die view. I didn't do anything. They're bothering me, you know. They run away. Okay? All right. That's the first of the sixth of the 5. That's the first of the 5 of the 6th. Am I okay? You okay? You still with me? You guys are amazing. I don't know why you're not falling asleep. But maybe you learned that trick. You know. So, God bless. I'm happy, you know. I sat in thousands of hours of classes. In the monastery, we were very, very poor. We were refugees. And the roofs all leak. And they're all grass, and so it's like 100 degrees in there. There's no classrooms, forget it. You're in your teacher's bedroom. He's sitting on the bed, and you're all crushed in this little bedroom. And the monsoon is dripping on your head. You probably went to Mysore during a monsoon, and it's dripping on your head, you know, and it's really hot. You're sweating and it's dripping on your head, and you say, when I become a teacher, I'm going to make those students suffer. 25 years, you know, I'm just waiting for some people to come and ask me to teach them so I can make them suffer. Ichi is so cool. Okay? That's what I'm doing now. I'm getting revenge. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, Tarta, say Tarta. Extreme views, okay? When you think about Tarta, I don't know, there's a baby Geshe coming with Geshe Lothar. I don't know if he's the one. One of those guys, he asked me to teach him to drive. And we went on a 12-hour drive to the winter debates in Drepung. 12-hour drive. It's probably like 200 miles or something. And so I said, okay, you drive and I'll watch, you know. And it's a little dangerous in India because there's always rice fields on either side, and they have ditches. If you drive a little bit off the road, you break your car. So, and I remember I was playing rock and roll because Geshe was asleep, and it was with Geshe Lothar. And him and the guy and me were playing rock and roll, you know. I was playing, what's that lady's name? Tracy Chapman? I was playing, I said, check this out. I put it on. I said, he said, oh, Tracy Chapman, I know. I said, wait a minute, you're in the monastery. How do you know Tracy Chapman? You know, he's like, well, you know. There's a special thing called Gaye, say Gaye. It's 2-3 weeks in the summer, after the summer retreat. And you're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to play rock and roll, and you're allowed to play games for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And otherwise you're not allowed to play radio or... Okay. And suddenly, every single house has a radio. It's amazing. Anyway, so we're driving down the road. Geshe is asleep in the back. And I'm trying to teach him how to drive. You know, and every time I tell him, be careful, he goes, what? And then it's like, ah! And I'm like, ah! You know, so that's Tarta. Extreme view. can't run in the middle, always going, what? He had this thing with his body. He'd go, what? And he never got over it. He couldn't drive. Like shopping. Just kidding. You gotta learn to drive. Okay. So tarta means you fall off the road. You go to extremes. Okay. Now, what are extremes? Like with eating. Okay. Like with eating, it's a good example. Okay. One extreme is to don't eat enough. You want to look skinny. You want to fit in your dresses or your tight jeans, so you don't eat enough. Okay, that's one extreme, and you feel sick. You feel weak, and you don't feel healthy. You're not eating enough. You want to look skinny. So that's one extreme. Okay, what's the other extreme? You eat everything. Okay, a chocolate, donuts. You can't stop eating. Okay, these are called eating extremes. Okay, now what's a philosophy extreme? Here we go. Jikte kansuinga deni takten tersu dendu so sutawam. One is to believe many kinds of solidness about me. Oh, Geshe-la's gonna be teaching here next year, and next year, and we will finish the Lam Rim in 10 years, 15 years. That's one extreme, okay? It's not true. We don't know Geshe-la will be here tomorrow, okay? Geshe-la is very fragile. Human beings are very fragile. We break very easy. You get cancer very easy. So that's one extreme, okay? I will be here next year. I will be here next year. That's one extreme, okay? I'm pretty healthy. Tak means I'll be here, I'll always be here. Tersuk means, look, I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty solid, okay? Tersuk means, look, I don't have any big health problems. I kind of feel like I'm going to be here next year. That's one extreme, okay? To think that you are solid, okay? Dendrup is the ultimate solid. I'm so solid I come from myself and not from seeds, okay? That's the ultimate extreme. I don't come from seeds, okay? I come from me, okay? What's the opposite? Yeah, I don't exist. I went to a teaching, a Lama said I was empty. He said I don't exist. Therefore, the Lama could take my money. Because the money don't exist and I don't exist. And I mean, see, when you take emptiness to this extreme, emptiness means I can do what I want. Emptiness means nothing matters. Emptiness means I can have tantric sex with all the ladies in the class. Okay, this is extreme. This is this one. Okay, I'm going to be here next year is this one. Nothing matters because everything's empty is this one. Okay, got it? Both off the road. Both going off the road. Got it? That's viewpoint number 2. Okay. Gyuche patawa sokti dini tso chiru patala yum rangchaki kyan dendu tang chamme tawa sok yudo. He says there's versions of this that people have who don't study Buddhism, and there's versions of this that people have who study Buddhism. So everybody has it to some extent. They think they're going to be around next year. Okay. What's the lowest kind of ignorance? Misunderstanding. But said in normal English. Yeah, I mean, are you going to be around for a while? Is Diamond Mountain going to be here for a while? How long? I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, but yeah, it's going to be around for a while. Are the people in this room right now going to be around for a while? I mean, Geshe-la's, no one would be so inconsiderate as to die during the class. I mean, everyone's going to be around for a while, okay? For a while is the first form of misunderstanding. Abhidharma, right? It's the Abhidharma version of emptiness. Never say for a while. Never say for a while. Hey, you gonna be around for a while? Look, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. Okay, I can't tell you. I don't know. Okay, is Diamond Mountain gonna be around for a while? I don't know. North Korea guy push a button, Diamond Mountain's gone at 11. Okay, gone. America's gone. Will America be around for a while? That's what the Romans thought. That's what the British thought. That's what there's a long list. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So so everybody has it, whether they're Buddhist or not. Buddhists have special one because they heard about emptiness, so they misunderstood emptiness. Okay, got it? Buddhists have specially nasty extreme views. Okay, let's do one more, and then we'll do something else because you're so tired. Say Tawa Chongzin. Tawa Chongzin. This is easy. All those wrong opinions we just talked about, I come from myself. My husband decided to yell at me, I didn't do anything. Everything's empty, so it doesn't matter what I do. I don't have to be moral. Or nothing's empty, so everything is real. The next viewpoint is your viewpoint about your viewpoint. Okay, got it? The next viewpoint is your viewpoint about your viewpoint. Okay, so do you have the viewpoint that emptiness means nothing matters, therefore you can have sex with everybody in the class? Okay, that's one viewpoint. Wrong viewpoint, right? Then if someone questions you and says, is that really correct? Is that a good way to think? You defend yourself. You say, yeah. I studied Buddhism. Everything's empty. I'm on the Tantra path, So I can do these things, okay? Like that, okay? So now you got two viewpoints. First one, nothing's real, I can do anything, bad thing I want. Number two, that viewpoint is good because I studied Buddhism, I read about emptiness, okay? You defend your viewpoint. You have a viewpoint about your viewpoint. Got it? That's called Tawa Chongzin. My viewpoints are best. My viewpoints are number one. Okay? Chongzin. Jikta dan Lokta dan Dakche Gita, he lists all of them. Karun dan Teta Kana Tene Chung Tawa Pumbola Mingne Chongzin Zimbi Shirim Nyomon Cheno. Here he says again word for $0. Shirim Nyomon Chen. Yeah, defective intellect, defective thinking. About viewpoints. My viewpoints are best, okay? If you got this one, you're really in trouble. Let's do one more for fun, because it's kind of depressing. Nah, let's save it for tomorrow. Okay. I'll depress you tomorrow. Stopped here. Okay, I'm going to go to the historical Lamrim. You have a document, I think. I know you brought it to class. You got it? Historical Lamrim. Item number 85. Item number 85. What's going on? We are now reviewing the Lamrim for the last 8 years, okay? What's going on? No, what's going on in the picture? Yeah, lunch. Direct, the fast path. You bypass yoga, and you go directly to lunch. By the way, I think Word's teaching yoga, right? He teaches Dharma Mitra style. I really like it. I encourage you to go. It's a sweet style. That's the Lama who stand on his head with no arms. Anyway. There's 3 ways to serve people the teachings. There's 3 ways to serve people the teachings. It's very famous, okay? And that's the next topic that we covered like 7 years ago. And I'm just giving you a review, okay? And I'm going to read from the Lamrim, okay? Deyang gen duki wang ki kadam shumbawa Lamrimba damngapa. Say shumbawa, Lamrimpa, damngapa. And it depends on the capacity of the student. If the student has big capacity, if the student has a big spiritual capacity, they can become a shumpawa. Okay? It means classicist. Shumpawa means classics. Guess where I took ACI's name? Okay? Shumpawa. This is the word, classics. Asian classics. Okay? Classics means important spiritual classics, big books, important books. Okay? So, Pabongka's saying, as a Buddhist, you have 3 choices how you go at it. You can be a Shungbawa. You can be an Asian classicist. You can follow the Asian classics, okay? And that's what you guys are. And that's what I specialize in, okay? Or you can be a Lamrimba. Yeah, it means someone who follows Lamrim. Okay, they don't want to hear all the details about Chandakirta, Dharmakirti, Guna Prabha. They're not interested. Nagarjuna, just teach me Lamrim. I don't care about those ancient books. They're too hard, and I don't have time. I'm busy. Just give me some Lamrim, okay? So this week we're doing both, okay? Why? We're trying to put extra tools in your toolkit. We're trying to because you will meet students who can be classicists, and you will meet students who just want Lamrim. Geshe, is there something less than Lamrim? Yes, the good news. Say, Damngakpa. Damngakpa. This is an interesting kind of student. Oftentimes they want to serve the Lama. They will follow the Lama around. And they don't want to go to class. They don't go to class. They cook, they clean, they do airplane reservations. And it's enough for them that they spend some personal time with the teacher. And the teacher says, look, there's this thing called Diamond Way. And they don't have a formal class. They learn by being around the teacher, okay? It's called adviceist, personal adviceist. They get personal, one-on-one, sweet, personal teaching from the Lama. And sometimes it's very, very powerful. Sometimes it's the highest kind of teaching. They're cooking, they're sweeping, they're running Diamond Mountain. They don't even have time to come to class. But they end up being around the Lama a lot, and the Lama gives them sweet private instructions, and they end up becoming Buddha first. Atisha had 2 students, his cook and his secretary. And the cook was jealous of the secretary because the secretary got to be in Atisha's room all the time, and the cook had to be in the kitchen all the time. And Atisha could read everybody's mind, and he saw that the cook was jealous of the secretary. So one day he called them into his room and he said, let's have a spiritual realization contest. And he examined their spiritual realizations. Guess who won? The cook. Okay. So these cooks get Damngakpa. They get private little teachings from the Lama when they go to serve dinner, okay? And the other students don't get it. So I would say that there are times when that's the highest kind of student, okay? Generally, Shungbawa is safer, okay? Learn the classics, okay? Or maybe do both, right? Learn the classics and cook dinner, okay? And by the way, I don't support people cooking and not listening to the class. Nowadays, there's no reason why. Even if we hold a DCI event in Bali, at the beautiful beach in Bali, then it would be nice if we had the speaker for the people who have to work in the kitchen or the people who have to sell the books or things like that. I think we should try to do that. We should always try to. There's no reason not to do it nowadays. We're streaming to the kitchen also, right? So when it works, okay. We should try. So those are your choices. You can go deep into the scriptures. You can do Lamrim, or you can hang out near your Lama and get like Jigme got that, right? And she's so happy. Uh-oh, yeah. Hey, I never hit you with a rosary. I mean, there's still time. Okay. All right. Sometimes it's quite hard to be close to the Lama. They say karmically it's quite hard. Not easy. Okay. All right. Next item. Next major point in the last 8 years. You got the image of it? I don't know. It's called the Lion's Crag. Okay. This is at a monastery called Radeng. And it's a famous monastery because Atisha used to hang out there, and his student, Dromtunje, who was a layperson. He never became a monk. And, business, yeah, he was actually a businessman. He's probably the most famous non-monk teacher in Tibet. And this was their monastery. And there was a little mountain. There was a little mountain behind the monastery called Lion's Crag because it looks like a lion, okay? And it's very similar to this mountain back here. And there's a famous story that Tsongkhapa was having trouble to teach. And Tsongkhapa was having trouble to understand and the Lamrim. So he went to this mountain. Maybe you can try it. He went up on the mountain and he made a prayer. He just stayed for hours, 2 hours. And he said, I need help on the Lamrim. I don't really understand all of it. And he went and he did a prayer on this mountain near Radeng, behind Radeng. And suddenly he had this vision of all the great lamas of the Lamrim. And they taught him Lamrim directly, like Atisha and Buddha and Asanga, Manjushri, Maitreya, the holders of the lineages, wisdom, and they all taught him. And then he decided to write the Lamrim Chemo, okay? He wrote the great Lamrim because of that, okay? He got the blessing. Especially the last part, which is Shamatha and Vipassana. Okay, Vipassana. When Tsongkhapa asked for help, he wrote a poem to ask for help, and that's called Lamcho Goje, opening the door to the highest path. And part of that long poem is called Yunden Shugyuma, which is what? Source of all my good. The source of all my good. And I translated Pabongka's commentary to it. It's called Preparing for Tantra. So the prayer that Tsongkhapa said, to get more help about the Lam Rim is that book, is the verses, okay? Part of it, part of it. Why are we talking about that? It's a method in the Lam Rim that if you want to improve your practice or your understanding, just ask. In Christianity, they say, what do they say? Asking you should not. What's something about the door knocking on it? What's that? Phil, what's the knocking thing? Yeah, they won't open the door if you don't knock. So if you want help, if you're falling asleep in class, for example, in your mind you can ask all the lamas of the Lam Rim to help you. Okay, teach me that trick about sitting up. Okay. So this is a very accepted method of learning Buddhism, is to ask for help in your head. You know, Tsongkhapa, hey, I need some help here. Okay, and they read your mind. Okay, and they will give you help. Okay, because that's how he got his understanding. Okay, in this picture. Okay, so that's a very famous Lam Rim teaching. Did you have a question? Yeah, what's the karma to get the help? I bet it's the motivation of how you ask. You know, like I'm having trouble staying awake in my meditation. Will you help me? And you can imagine Tsongkhapa saying, why? Why should I help you? What am I going to get out of it? And then you got to say, oh, sushi, I'm going to make the whole world happy. Oh, okay, I'll help you then. Okay, it's you got to make deals. Okay, yeah. I'd say the karma of your motivation. You know, why do you don't want to fall asleep in your meditation? Like, I want to help people. Okay, so, okay. All right, next item. There are 4 classical methods of delivering the Lam Rim teachings. There are 4 classical methods of delivering the Lam Rim teaching. And what you have here, it was hard to find a picture. Certain pictures are hard to find on the internet. This is a dissection class. These are real dead bodies. And this is a medical school. And they're learning how to, they're cutting open the bodies to find out where stuff is. My roommate in college, his girlfriend was a medical illustrator. She has to draw the veins or the muscles. So all day long, they're peeling off skin. They're painting dead bodies, you know. And he one day he's like, come out of the room screaming, you know. I'm like, what's going on? And he says, it was just creepy. I said, what's creepy? He says, she took my arm in bed and she's going like this. You know? It's like, you know, I'm not like that. So dissection teaching is one of the 4 ways of teaching the Lam Rim. Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 options for how to teach Lam Rim. Okay, there's 4 options how to teach Lam Rim. And here's the name is on your reading. Okay, commentary, or dissection, or experienced, or experiencing. Okay, these are the 4 classical methods of teaching the Lam Rim. Okay, so then you have a choice, and you can apply it to your ACI teaching. Okay, you have a choice. Here are 4 classical ways of teaching. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Tila sheti chepa tsingi dunyate chushe gepa chepa la ser. You go through every single word of the book, one by one. You read every single word and you explain every single word, one by one. Guess which one you're getting? That one. That's how I decided to teach this Lam Rim, and that's why it's going on for 15, 20 years. Okay, and I don't mind. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I feel like I want to take my time and just relax and enjoy it. I don't have a goal, I don't want to reach this page, or I want to tell stories and take long breaks, drink lots of green drinks. Somebody from Kazakhstan gave me some great sweets. Eat sweets, yeah. Okay, so anyway, first option, explain it word by word. I call it commentary. It's a word by word commentary, okay? Second option, say marti. Marti. That's called dissection teaching. Mar means red. It means the red meat under the skin. Ti means teaching, okay? And it's very famous in the monastery. It's called surgery teaching, dissection teaching, dead body dissection teaching. And there was a custom in Tibet in ancient times. The medical system in Tibet, the old one, was very advanced. And they had dissection. In the Western countries, dissection came very late because it was believed that your body should be whole for you to go to heaven after you die. So it was actually against the law to cut a body. And so it took a long time in the Western countries to do dissection. But in Tibet, it was a long, long time ago. They were taking apart bodies and checking them out, okay? And so the idea is that teacher doesn't do word by word. They go to the big ideas, and then they relate it to your personal life, okay? They just like, look, here's a sweet point. I'm not going to teach you the whole page, but here's a sweet point. It's like idioms. You can say idiom. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, Marpo Kachene, they strip the skin open. They show the major organs and the major arteries. And Tsiki Choshe Michepa, without doing much detail, they give you the essence. Here's the heart. Here's the lungs, here's the stomach. This is the main parts of the body. Okay, got it? Just the essence. That's if you're in a rush, okay? It's kind of like what we're doing in the evening. We're trying to cover the Lam Rim in 10 days, right? 10 classes. That's kind of a marti. That's kind of a dissection, okay? Major organs. Maybe we should call it major organ teaching. Okay, number 3 is interesting. Say Nyamti. The Lama will tell stories about their personal life to teach you about the principles. Okay? Like, I was in 3-year retreat. I was thinking about bodhicitta. I was meditating. Here's what happened to me. And that's called Nyamti. Okay? So obviously you can mix styles, right, in the same teaching. You could mix some Nyamti in with the Peti, okay? You could promise the students every single word and tell stories most of the time, okay, about your practice or lamas you met, okay, things like that, okay? Now, the last one is kind of cool, and I think it would be kind of cool if you wanted to do it someday. It takes a lot of time. It takes more time. So the Lam Rim means steps to the path to Buddhahood, means there's certain topics you cover one by one. You never go out of order, and you always cover all of them. The first one is how to find a teacher. The first one is called Lama Nyantron, how to find a teacher. Lama Tensul. So there's a way to teach the Lam Rim where everyone in the room has to finish it actually before you go to the next one. Okay? Like you have to wait for the last person to find their Lama. Then you can go to Lam Rim number 2, step number 2. Got it? I imagine it would be really slow. Or if you're doing death meditation, you don't go back to Singapore until everyone in the room is crying. You see what I mean? Got it? I heard somebody tried it once, and basically they ran out of time. You know, so this kind of teaching would be you don't go on to the next subject until all the students are crying. If there's one student who's not crying, you have to wait. Everybody has to wait. Okay. So I guess if you had a lot of students, it could be a mess. Okay. All right. If someone doesn't like to cry. Okay. So those are the 4 classic ways of teaching Lamrim, and that's idiom number 87. Which one's in the picture? Yeah, the dissection. Okay. Which is where you go for the main points. This is heart, this is lung, this is main organs, okay? Main organ teaching. Commentary is word by word. Experienced by whom? Yeah, by the Lama, and they're sharing their experience with the animals in 3-year retreat or something, okay? And then experiencing, very difficult, you know. You wait, by the way, it's not uncommon to do that kind of teaching with 3 or 4 students. You know, and that's actually what happened with Kedubje and Tsongkhapa. The day they met, Tsongkhapa took Kedubje into a experiencing retreat. And that was pretty cool. Just 2 of them. And he taught him until he experienced it, and then he taught him the next step and like that. Okay, cool? All right. We still have, no, we don't have. 1 minute. Can I use that? Maybe. I'm going to stop there, but we just reached the 2nd day of the teaching review. Okay, I think this teaching is 24 days or 21 days, I don't remember. But we just finished reviewing the 1st day. Because we did the last bunch of days already. Okay? So it's not too bad. We've done 87 major ideas. And we'll keep going. Cool ma means a question mark in Chinese, right? So if you say cool ma, then you say, cool, listo. Yeah? Ready. How do you say cool? Chilo? Chido? Chido. Chido ma? Chido. Okay, Tim, you got any Chido announcements? Oh. Who's Chido? Jackie, you want to do one? Come on. Paki Joshi Metotam Rira Blingshi Nende Kempadi Sangye Shindu Mete Uwagi Dogun Namda Shina Chepasho Anguru Lana Mandana Kam Yatayami Yikewokan Sanam Yishe Tsotso Shin Sanam Yishe Lechuwe Damba Kuni Topasho Smoky Doki.